First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Detroit Lions. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready to break.
Mark 49. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Kill, kill, kill.
Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. Down the numbers. There he goes. The 20, 10, touchdown, Detroit. Ty Johnson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Point after try forthcoming. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh. Ready?
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, keep it up, keep it up.
Now Gurley. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down.
Hey, Charlie.
From the gun, Lake. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
49, check 49, check 49. Get it.
Here's Johnson. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Ready? 10 Lobo.
49's the Mike.
Smooth.
Because I'm about to take you to school. Mike's 49. Mike's 49. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Ready, go. 45.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
To throw on 2nd down, Lake. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss.
Ready?
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Hey, come on, no. Come
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
58 to Mike. Ricky.
Yo, cheat him now.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Ready up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
58, boy, 58 is Mike. Right here. 58, right over.
Ready.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. This is intercepted. Picked off by David Long.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Rock it.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Hey, Orvis. Yes, yes.
51. Here we go.
To throw on 3rd down. Late. And that is incomplete.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Check, 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 check.
Hey, high 7.
Now it's Wilson. This one complete to Patton. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. Watch the slants, watch the slant.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson, eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Throwing is Wilson, flush to his right, under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this 1st quarter. Aaron Donald racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Wilson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. 49's the mic. Watch 49. Hey, pick your game.
Hey, Alpha.
49.
Go.
Mike, 49. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Now.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Gurley. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
A loss of 2 yards. And it's
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
51, Mike. Mike 51.
Hey, Haywood.
Let's go. Go, Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey, it's time to... Hey, go.
Operating from the gun. Lake looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on 1st down. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try to play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. A big run there by Johnson. 73 yards.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Johnson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Set 70, Indy.
45.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson looking for Murphy, and he finds him complete. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
14.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. The drive starts with a completion left side, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Throwing on first down. Lake uncorks one for Davis, and that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Let's go. Hey, 2. Let's go.
From the gun, Lake. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Hey, Charlie. Now.
Operating from the gun, Lake. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Corey Davis, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slam.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up-and-down-the-field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
49's the mic. Watch 49.
Now Wilson on first down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Watch the out.
Let go.
Second and 10. It's Wilson again. He's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. On third down, Wilson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker.
And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Mike 49.
To throw again on second down. Wilson. Johnson's got it complete. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
A 3-yard loss. Fourth down now. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Sam Martin now, as he's on to punt for Detroit. This is fielded at the 7. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. But it'll be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Gurley. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The Rams on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Lake. Uncorks one for Davis. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now it's Wilson. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll try and throw for it here. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.
Let's go now. 60 outlaw.
Hey, here we go.
Hey, wahoo. Shoot.
On 1st down, Wilson. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown. Kenny Galladay, as time expires in the first half, and the Lions are able to extend their lead. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They showed great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And they're going to stop him short of the 20 with a penalty flag down. Well, what's the call here? Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Another carry now for Gurley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there and a first down. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Lake. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20.
All right, T, let's go. All right, T.
Hey, Delta. Ready?
Back to throw. Lake. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense,
we
got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Let's go. 50, plant.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Shoot.
Go, jackrabbit. Come on. Hit it.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And some room to work. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Detroit. Ty Johnson, 83 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Alpha.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Let's shoot.
From the gun, Lake, he'll get this one complete to Davis. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down LA. On 1st down, Lake completes it to Davis. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Ready? 60 outlaw.
Check, 59.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Run you over. He's coming, he's coming.
Hey, Echo.
Okay, double up. Mike, check, 59. Pick it up.
Now.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lake, and that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They go to Johnson again. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Mike, 20. It's a party now. It's a party now. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep. Go.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 4th down now after a loss of 2. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
Their own 29-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick.
And this throw will be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And his guys are going to have the football back as the third quarter comes to an end. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Johnson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, Zoo.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Nice, sweetheart.
Shoot.
Here's Wilson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 40. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Hey, Charlie. Yo. Go.
On 1st and 10, Lake. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers.
Ready.
So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Mike 5'9". Check tight.
Ready.
To throw on 3rd down. Lake is going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Yep.
Mike, check. 59.
Rock it.
On 4th down, Lake. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Lions will take over. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Watch twist.
Hit it.
There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. Johnson with a burst, a 1st down or more. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Get it.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Defensively, they rallied the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. And his kick here is good. And that'll extend this lead now up to 25. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it? This
will be taken to the back of the end zone. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Will Harris. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away.
Don't be scared of it. Watch that.
Now.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Ready.
On third down, Johnson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on for the 5th time here today. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can. It's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Again, they run with Gurley. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
And it brings up 3rd down.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Rams on 3rd down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Lake. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Again, it's Johnson. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage, and time is going to expire in this football game. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of. But now it's about taking the ball away, taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3